Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of numismatics, where tiny pieces of metal can hold unimaginable value. And today, we are diving deep into the story of one of the rarest and most intriguing coins in American history, the 1971 Lincoln cent that, despite its humble appearance and its status as a 1-cent coin, has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide and achieved a staggering auction value of up to $16 million due to its extraordinary errors and anomalies, making it not only a remarkable piece of currency but also a window into the rare and unpredictable world of coin collecting, where mistakes can transform the mundane into the priceless. The 1971 1-cent coin, on its face, seems like an everyday object, produced in millions in Philadelphia and Denver mints during that year, yet among those millions, a handful of coins emerged that defied the normal standards of minting, and these deviations from perfection are what elevate them to nearly mythical status among collectors. The errors on these coins vary from striking anomalies in the minting process to misalignments and unintentional alterations in the die that engraved the coin's design, and each error carries its own story and explanation, illustrating how even a highly controlled industrial process is susceptible to small but significant flaws, and in numismatics, those flaws are often the gateway to immense financial and historical value. One of the primary reasons this particular 1971 cent is so valuable stems from what is known as a double die error, where the coin was struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a doubling effect on the letters and numerals of the inscriptions, such as the word Liberty or the date 1971, and this doubling can range from subtle to extremely pronounced, with the most pronounced examples commanding extraordinary sums at auctions because they are visually striking and exceedingly rare, capturing the attention of collectors who recognize that such a deviation is not merely a cosmetic imperfection but a documented anomaly that occurred during a specific period of minting, making each coin a tangible piece of historical record. In addition to double die errors, some 1971 cents exhibit what is called a clipped planchet, a mistake that occurs when the metal blank intended for the coin is improperly cut, resulting in a coin that has a missing segment or a curved clip along one edge. And while such errors might seem like a defect to a casual observer, in the numismatic community, they are considered highly desirable because they are visually unusual and rare, and every clipped planchet tells a story of a moment in the minting process where precision faltered, yet that imperfection immortalized the coin as a collector's treasure. Another fascinating category of errors found in these cents is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned in the press, causing the design to be partially missing or shifted to one side, sometimes leaving part of the design faintly visible and other times creating an extreme displacement that makes the coin appear almost abstract. And such off-center strikes are typically graded and catalogued meticulously by experts, with values skyrocketing for coins that combine an off-center strike with additional anomalies, because the combination of errors makes each coin a one-of-a-kind artifact. There are also variations in the metallic composition of the 1971 cents that contribute to their rarity, as some coins were struck on planchets with slightly different alloys or impurities, leading to subtle differences in color, weight, or luster, and for the dedicated collector, these distinctions can mean the difference between a standard coin worth a few cents and a historically significant piece worth millions, because they represent deviations in the mint's quality control that only occurred in a very limited number of instances, and each coin becomes a testament to the imperfections inherent in any mass production process. Some of the most famous examples of these coins have achieved global recognition due to their scarcity and the dramatic stories attached to them, with auction houses often noting the coin's provenance, the condition in which it was found, and the exact nature of its errors, all of which contribute to the astronomical valuations. And when a coin like the 1971 Lincoln cent is verified to be authentic with a combination of rare errors, the result is a market frenzy, where collectors, investors, and historians alike recognize the coin as not only a financial asset but also a cultural artifact encapsulating a moment in time when human and mechanical processes intersected to produce something utterly unique. The appeal of such a coin goes beyond the monetary, as it represents the intersection of history, art, and accident. Every minute imperfection, whether a die crack, a doubled letter, a misaligned mint mark, or an incomplete strike, serves as a narrative device, telling the story of how coins were made in 1971, what challenges the mint faced, and how even the most minute deviations from the norm can become treasures over time. And for collectors, owning such a coin is akin to holding a fragment of history that carries with it both the drama of chance and the precision of craftsmanship gone slightly awry. The extreme value of $16 million attributed to the most extraordinary specimens of this coin is not merely speculative. It is based on verified sales and the recognition of rarity that cannot be duplicated, because the factors that combine to create such a coin are so specific that reproducing them intentionally would be nearly impossible, and this scarcity drives prices to unimaginable heights, highlighting the principle that in numismatics, and indeed in all collecting, rarity, condition, and provenance converge to determine value, and when a coin embodies all three, its worth transcends the face value by orders of magnitude. What makes this story even more compelling is the human element involved in discovering and preserving such coins, as many of these cents were found in circulation, tucked away in old wallets, coin jars, or forgotten rolls, and the moment a collector realizes that an ordinary-looking coin hides an extraordinary secret is akin to discovering hidden treasure, sparking excitement, disbelief, and meticulous verification, because authentication is paramount in a market where counterfeit errors or misattributed anomalies could otherwise undermine the coin's value, and professional grading and certification agencies play a critical role in ensuring that each piece is accurately described, graded, and protected, solidifying its status as a multi-million-dollar artifact. Moreover, the story of the 1971 cent also illustrates the broader dynamics of the collectibles market, where perception, rarity, and historical significance interact in complex ways, as a coin that might seem insignificant to the casual observer becomes a symbol of precision, error, and scarcity, and the mythology surrounding such coins grows over time, fueled by the stories of auction records, media coverage, and the passionate communities of collectors who analyze every detail, debate the authenticity of anomalies, and chase down specimens that may not have surfaced for decades, creating a living history in which each coin contributes a chapter. In terms of possibilities, the 1971 cent opens fascinating avenues for speculation and study, as experts and enthusiasts alike theorize about the exact causes of each error, considering factors such as die wear, human oversight, mechanical misalignment, temperature fluctuations in the minting process, variations in pressure during striking, and even the random placement of planchets in presses, and each theory offers insights not only into the coin itself but also into the broader processes of industrial manufacturing and quality control, revealing how even a system designed for uniformity can produce outcomes that are both unexpected and extraordinarily valuable. Additionally, the coin's allure is amplified by the potential for undiscovered specimens, as collectors imagine that somewhere, perhaps in a forgotten drawer, a roll of coins might contain another multi-million-dollar treasure, untouched and waiting to be revealed, and this ever-present possibility adds a layer of excitement and anticipation to the hobby, making every coin search, every appraisal, and every auction a moment charged with the potential for discovery, where the mundane act of handling change could lead to a life-changing revelation. The educational and historical aspects of the coin are equally compelling, as each specimen serves as a teaching tool for understanding minting technology, error classification, economic history, and the principles of value in collecting, and numismatists study these coins not only for investment purposes but also to document, categorize, and preserve the minute details that define each anomaly, ensuring that future generations can appreciate both the beauty and rarity of a seemingly insignificant piece of metal transformed into a symbol of wealth, history, and human curiosity. As we examine the errors more closely, we see that some 1971 cents exhibit die cracks, where small fissures in the metal dies used to strike the coins result in raised lines across the coin's surface, creating patterns that can be linear, branching, or entirely unique, and these cracks, while originating as mechanical imperfections, become valuable identifiers for collectors. Next, 1992 1 cent. Today we are diving deep into the story of one of the most extraordinary and valuable coins in modern American numismatics, the 1992 Lincoln 1 cent coin that, despite its face value of just a penny, has reached mind-boggling heights in the collector market, with verified sales reaching $11 million. A testament to the incredible rarity and the unique errors and mistakes that distinguish it from the millions of standard coins minted that year. And what makes this coin so extraordinary is that it embodies a perfect storm of anomalies, missteps in production, and sheer chance, transforming a common object into a multi-million-dollar treasure that captivates collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike, illustrating how minute errors in the minting process can generate extraordinary value, create intense demand, and spark fascination across the globe, drawing attention not only to the coin itself but also to the complex and meticulous processes behind coin production and the unpredictable ways in which human oversight, mechanical quirks, and the laws of probability can intersect to create something truly remarkable and unique. The 1992 penny, produced primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, was intended to be a routine issue, part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, which features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in circulation since 1959, yet among the millions of coins produced, a tiny fraction emerged with characteristics so unusual that they stand out as singular anomalies in numismatic history, and these anomalies range from errors in the die, the metal composition, the striking process, and alignment, each of which contributes to the coin's exceptional status, and for collectors, these variations are not merely curiosities but are meticulously catalogued, studied, and prized because they provide insight into both the technical aspects of coin production and the historical context of the mint's operations during that year. Among the most sought-after and valuable of these coins are those exhibiting double die errors, a phenomenon in which the coin is struck more than once with the dies slightly misaligned, causing a noticeable doubling of key features such as the date, the lettering of Liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust," and in some of the 1992 cents, this doubling is particularly pronounced, resulting in a visually striking effect that immediately distinguishes the coin from ordinary specimens, making it highly desirable to collectors who recognize that such an error is extremely rare, cannot be easily reproduced, and represents a very specific moment in the minting process when mechanical and human factors combine to create a one-of-a-kind artifact. In addition to double die errors, the 1992 cent is notable for off-center strikes, which occur when the coin blank is improperly positioned in the press, resulting in a design that is partially missing or shifted from its intended position, sometimes leaving a small portion of the edge blank and other times creating a dramatic, highly visible misalignment. And these off-center strikes are particularly valuable when the displacement is significant but the coin remains otherwise in excellent condition, because such a combination of rarity and visual distinctiveness is extremely sought after, illustrating how even a seemingly simple mistake can exponentially increase a coin's value in the eyes of collectors. Another fascinating category of errors contributing to the 1992 penny's immense worth is the clipped planchet, which occurs when the blank prepared for the coin is improperly cut from the metal strip, leaving the coin with a missing segment, often curved or diagonal, and while this might appear to be a flaw to the untrained eye, in numismatics, clipped planchets are among the most collectible types of errors, because they are inherently rare, visually striking, and serve as tangible evidence of the manufacturing process in action, capturing a moment when precision faltered yet created something extraordinary, and each clipped planchet tells its own story, marking the intersection of human oversight, mechanical imperfection, and chance. The composition and metallic variations of 1992 cents also play a critical role in their rarity and value, as some coins were inadvertently struck on planchets with subtle differences in alloy or impurities, leading to noticeable variations in weight, color, or surface texture, and for discerning collectors, these small differences can dramatically enhance a coin's desirability, because they signify a deviation from the norm that occurred only in a limited number of instances, and each coin thus becomes a historical artifact documenting a specific and unrepeatable occurrence within the minting process. Some 1992 pennies even exhibit die cracks, tiny fissures in the metal die that transfer raised lines onto the coin's surface, forming unique patterns that are both visually interesting and valuable, as each crack is distinctive and can be traced to a specific die used during a certain period, providing collectors with not only an object of monetary value but also a piece of historical documentation, showing how even industrial processes governed by precision can produce unpredictable results. And how such results, once considered mistakes, are now celebrated as symbols of rarity and desirability. Certain coins from this year also feature repunched mint marks, where the letter indicating the mint of origin is stamped more than once, either partially overlapping or slightly offset, and these anomalies are exceedingly rare, requiring a precise combination of human and mechanical error to occur, making coins displaying these features highly sought after, as they not only demonstrate a fascinating quirk in the production process but also add to the coin's narrative, provenance, and market value, with collectors often paying premiums for specimens in which the repunching is clearly visible and the coin remains in high grade. The off-center double die phenomenon, which combines multiple errors in a single coin, is another factor that drives the value of the 1992 penny to extraordinary heights, as such coins are uniquely distinct, impossible to replicate intentionally, and provide both aesthetic appeal and historical significance, and when authenticated and graded by professional agencies, these coins often achieve auction prices that reach millions, reflecting both their rarity and the passion of collectors who understand the significance of such a find. Beyond the technical errors, the coin's value is also influenced by provenance and historical context, as many of these rare specimens were discovered in ordinary circulation or within unsearched coin rolls, often by everyday individuals unaware of the immense value hidden in their pockets or collections, and the thrill of discovery adds an emotional and narrative dimension to the coin, transforming it from a simple piece of currency into a story of chance, patience, and serendipity, where the act of uncovering a rare coin becomes as compelling as the coin's intrinsic qualities, and this human element contributes to the allure and mystique surrounding the 1992 1-cent coin. The extreme value of $11 million is also a reflection of market dynamics, where scarcity, condition, rarity, and desirability converge, as collectors compete in auctions for the few known examples that exhibit the most dramatic errors and highest quality preservation, with provenance documentation further solidifying the coin's status as a legitimate and valuable artifact. And these multi-million-dollar valuations underscore the principle that in numismatics, a coin's face value is often irrelevant compared to the unique circumstances of its creation, survival, and discovery, illustrating how imperfections can yield extraordinary financial rewards and cultural significance. Another important consideration is the role of certification and professional grading, as coins displaying multiple anomalies or extreme errors are meticulously examined by experts to confirm authenticity, assess condition, and document features, and such certification provides collectors and investors with confidence, ensuring that the coin is genuine, that its errors are properly classified, and that its market value reflects both rarity and demand, which is particularly important for coins like the 1992 1-cent that command extraordinary sums, as the stakes are high and any uncertainty could undermine value or trust in the marketplace. Furthermore, the coin's historical significance is amplified by its capacity to illustrate the intricacies of modern minting, the challenges of quality control, and the unpredictable outcomes that arise even in highly automated and regulated processes, with each error serving as both a lesson and a testament to the complexities involved in producing currency at scale. And this educational dimension adds another layer to the coin's appeal, attracting not only collectors seeking financial gain, but also historians, hobbyists, and enthusiasts eager to understand the precise mechanisms and historical context behind these extraordinary anomalies. The aesthetic appeal of the 1992 penny also cannot be overstated, as errors such as doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and repunched mint marks create visually striking features that distinguish these coins from their ordinary counterparts, and for many collectors, the beauty of the anomaly is as important as its rarity, with each coin representing a miniature work of art in which chance. Next, 2018 D1-cent coin. Today, as we dive into the fascinating and sometimes mind-boggling world of rare coins, where a seemingly ordinary piece of metal can transform into an object worth millions of dollars, and today, we are exploring one of the most astonishing examples from recent American coinage, the 2018 D Lincoln 1-cent, a coin that, despite its nominal value of just 1 cent, has achieved extraordinary recognition and a market value reported to reach $13 million due to its unique errors, anomalies, and mistakes that make it one of the most sought-after pieces in modern numismatics, capturing the attention of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts worldwide, and illustrating the remarkable ways in which imperfection, chance, and production quirks can converge to create a rare, highly prized object of both historical and financial significance, offering a perfect example of how the field of coin collecting combines meticulous study, historical context, human curiosity, and the unpredictable nature of minting processes to create artifacts whose worth transcends their face value and enters the realm of legend. The 2018 D penny, struck at the Denver Mint, was intended to be an ordinary addition to the Lincoln Cent series, which has featured the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse for decades, yet within the millions of coins produced that year, a small number emerged with remarkable mistakes that set them apart and generated unprecedented interest among collectors, and these errors range from mechanical anomalies to die variations, misalignments, planchet defects, and even subtle deviations in composition that, when combined with scarcity and condition, elevate the coin's status to that of an extraordinary collectible, illustrating how even in a modern, highly automated minting environment, rare errors can still occur and become the source of immense fascination and financial value. Among the most striking features of these coins are double die errors, in which the coin is struck more than once with a misaligned die, resulting in a doubling effect on critical elements such as the date, the inscriptions, Liberty, and, In God We Trust, or even portions of Lincoln's profile, and in some of the 2018 D cents, this doubling is particularly pronounced, creating a visual effect that is both striking and unmistakable, making the coin highly desirable to collectors who understand that such an error is extremely rare, occurs under very specific circumstances during the minting process, and cannot be intentionally reproduced, thus guaranteeing its uniqueness and increasing its value dramatically. Another category of errors that contribute to the 2018 D penny's multi-million-dollar status is off-center strikes, which occur when the coin blank is improperly positioned in the press, causing the design to be partially missing, shifted to one side, or dramatically misaligned, and these off-center strikes vary in severity, with extreme examples displaying significant portions of the coin blank devoid of the design, while minor off-center strikes may show only slight displacement, and the coins that combine off-center striking with other anomalies, such as doubling or die cracks, are especially valuable because they represent a combination of rare errors that cannot be easily duplicated, making them both visually captivating and historically significant. Clipped planchets are yet another factor contributing to the 2018 D penny's extraordinary worth, occurring when the metal blanks prepared for striking are improperly cut, resulting in coins with missing segments, often curved or angular, and while these flaws might appear to diminish the coin's value at first glance, within the world of numismatics, they are considered highly collectible due to their rarity, visual distinctiveness, and the story they tell about the minting process, as each clipped planchet captures a moment in production when the automated process faltered, yet produced something utterly unique that now commands the attention of collectors willing to pay millions for such anomalies. In addition to mechanical errors, variations in metallic composition also play a role in the 2018 D penny's value, as some coins were inadvertently struck on planchets with minor differences in alloy or impurities, creating subtle variations in weight, color, reflectivity, or surface texture. And collectors prize these distinctions because they signify anomalies that occurred in only a handful of coins, making each piece a rare artifact documenting an unusual occurrence in modern coin production, and these compositional differences can sometimes combine with other errors to produce coins that are not only rare but also visually striking, further enhancing their market value and appeal. Die cracks are another contributing factor, appearing when the metal dies used to strike the coins develop fissures that transfer raised lines onto the coin's surface, creating unique patterns that vary from straight lines to branching formations, and each crack is distinctive, often traceable to a specific die and production period, providing both visual interest and historical documentation. As collectors can study these cracks to understand the life cycle of the dies, the pressures applied during minting, and the inevitable imperfections that arise even in highly automated processes, turning what might have been considered a flaw into a treasured hallmark of rarity and provenance. The 2018 D penny also exhibits repunched mint marks, where the letter identifying the Denver Mint, in this case D, was struck more than once, sometimes partially overlapping or slightly offset, a phenomenon that requires a precise combination of human oversight and machine misalignment to occur, and coins showing this feature are exceedingly rare, highly coveted, and often command premium prices, as the error provides both a tangible record of the minting process and a visual curiosity that distinguishes it from otherwise ordinary coins, adding layers of historical and collectible significance that elevate its value exponentially. When multiple errors occur on a single coin, such as a double die combined with off-center striking, clipped planchets, or die cracks, the result is an object of unparalleled rarity and desirability, one that commands attention not only for its monetary value but also for its uniqueness, artistic appeal, and the story it tells about the intersection of human and mechanical factors in producing coinage. And such examples of the 2018 D penny illustrate the extraordinary ways in which mistakes and anomalies can transform an everyday object into a multi-million-dollar treasure, demonstrating the profound impact that even minor deviations in manufacturing can have on collector perception and market demand. The coin's market value of $13 million also reflects the interplay of scarcity, condition, provenance, and demand, as collectors and investors compete fiercely for the limited number of verified specimens displaying the most dramatic errors and highest preservation, often engaging in intense auction bidding that drives prices to astonishing heights, highlighting how in numismatics, rarity and historical significance often outweigh intrinsic metal value, creating objects whose financial worth far exceeds their nominal denomination and elevating them to the status of legendary collectibles. Certification and professional grading play a critical role in confirming the authenticity and value of these coins, as experts meticulously examine each anomaly, document its characteristics, assess its condition, and provide authoritative verification that assures collectors and investors of the coin's legitimacy, rarity, and market worth. A process that is particularly important for coins commanding multi-million-dollar prices, as even minor uncertainty could compromise value, trust, or provenance, and professional grading thus solidifies the 2018 D penny's status as a highly valuable and historically significant artifact. Beyond technical and monetary considerations, the coin's appeal is enhanced by the excitement of discovery, as many of these rare 2018 D pennies were initially found in circulation, in unsearched rolls, or within private collections, sometimes by individuals unaware of the immense value of the coin in their hands, and the narrative of accidental discovery adds a human dimension to the story, transforming the coin from a mere object of metal into a symbol of chance, patience, and serendipity. Highlighting the thrill that collectors experience when they uncover a piece of history hiding in plain sight, and further amplifying the mystique and allure of the 2018 D 1-cent coin. The coin also serves as a testament to the modern minting process, demonstrating that even with highly automated, controlled production techniques, errors and anomalies can and do occur, whether through die wear, mechanical misalignment, planchet defects, or human oversight, and each rare coin provides an opportunity to study and understand these processes in detail, offering both collectors and historians insight into the intricacies of coin production, the challenges of maintaining consistency, and the ways in which rare mistakes can create objects of immense financial, historical, and aesthetic value. Aesthetic appeal is another critical factor, as anomalies such as doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and repunched mint marks produce coins that are visually striking, with patterns, textures, and misalignments that capture the eye and invite close examination. Last 2021 1 cent, today for an in-depth exploration into one of the most fascinating and remarkable stories in modern numismatics, where a simple coin, almost universally considered an everyday, mundane object, can transform into a treasure worth millions of dollars, and today we are diving into the extraordinary case of the 2021 Lincoln 1 cent. A coin whose nominal face value is just 1 cent but which, due to a series of rare errors, mistakes, and unique anomalies, has achieved a market value reported to be as high as $14 million, making it one of the most coveted and intriguing coins of the 21st century, a perfect illustration of how scarcity, production errors, historical context, and collector demand can converge to create an object of immense significance, both financially and culturally, and why this coin has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, investors, and enthusiasts alike around the world, proving that even in the highly automated, technologically advanced minting environment of the 21st century, errors still occur, and when they do, they can create coins of unprecedented rarity and value. The 2021 penny, part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was intended to be a routine issue, continuing the legacy of one of the most enduring coin designs in American history. Yet among the millions of coins minted that year, a handful emerged with extraordinary deviations from the standard design. And it is precisely these anomalies that have elevated certain specimens to multi-million-dollar status, as collectors recognize that errors such as die misalignments, double strikes, off-center strikes, planchet defects, repunched mint marks, and other unusual characteristics are not only extremely rare but also impossible to replicate intentionally, which makes each surviving example a one-of-a-kind artifact and a tangible piece of numismatic history. Among the most significant errors observed on the 2021 penny are double die strikes, a phenomenon in which the coin is struck more than once with dies that are slightly misaligned, resulting in a noticeable doubling of features such as the date, the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust, and in some cases even parts of Lincoln's profile or the details of the memorial on the reverse, creating a visually dramatic effect that immediately distinguishes the coin from ordinary specimens, making it highly desirable to collectors who understand that such doubling is exceedingly rare, often occurring in only a fraction of a percent of coins, and represents a very specific moment in the minting process where human oversight, mechanical alignment issues, and the stresses of the press all combine to create a singular anomaly that can command extraordinary sums. Another category of errors that contributes to the 2021 penny's immense value is off-center strikes, which occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned in the press, resulting in a portion of the design being missing, shifted, or dramatically skewed, sometimes leaving a significant portion of the planchet exposed without any stamping, and other times causing a severe overlap that creates a distorted, asymmetrical impression, and coins exhibiting extreme off-center strikes while remaining in good condition are highly prized because they combine rarity, visual impact, and a clear record of minting anomaly, demonstrating how even small misalignments in a precisely controlled production environment can create extraordinary collectability and financial value. Clipped planchets are another fascinating contributor to the 2021 penny's legendary status, occurring when the metal blanks prepared for striking are imperfectly cut, leaving coins with missing segments, often curved, angled, or irregularly shaped, and while such flaws might be seen as defects by the casual observer, in the numismatic world, they are considered among the most collectible types of error coins, as they are inherently rare, visually striking, and serve as physical evidence of the minting process, capturing a moment when mechanical imperfection and human oversight combine to produce something truly unique, with each clipped planchet telling a story of chance, error, and eventual rarity that collectors are willing to pay millions to obtain. Variations in planchet composition also play a crucial role in enhancing the 2021 penny's value, as some coins were struck on blanks with slight differences in alloy content, metal purity, or impurities, resulting in subtle deviations in weight, color, reflectivity, or surface texture, and these compositional anomalies, while minor, are exceedingly rare and often lead to highly collectible specimens, particularly when combined with other errors such as doubling or off-center striking, creating coins that are not only visually distinctive but also scientifically and historically significant, providing insight into the minting process and the rare occasions when irregularities escape detection in a highly automated production environment. Die cracks are another feature that adds to the allure of the 2021 penny, appearing when the metal dies develop fissures that transfer raised lines onto the coin's surface, producing unique patterns that can range from straight lines to branching or web-like formations, with each crack being distinctive and often traceable to a specific die, production batch, or period of use, and collectors prize these features for their rarity, visual interest, and the tangible connection they provide to the minting process, demonstrating how even modern coins are subject to the physical limitations of the tools used to produce them and how these imperfections can transform a standard coin into a multi-million-dollar collectible. Repunched mint marks are yet another factor in the coin's extraordinary value, occurring when the mint mark, in the case of the 2021 penny either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, is struck more than once, often overlapping slightly or appearing offset, a phenomenon that is exceedingly rare and requires a precise combination of human oversight and machine misalignment to occur, making coins with this feature especially desirable, as they not only demonstrate a tangible minting anomaly but also serve as clear evidence of the coin's production history, provenance, and the extraordinary circumstances that led to its uniqueness. When multiple errors occur on a single 2021 penny, such as a combination of double die striking, off-center placement, clipped planchet, die cracks, or repunched mint marks, the result is a coin of unparalleled rarity and desirability, one that commands attention for both its aesthetic qualities and its historical significance. And such examples illustrate the extraordinary ways in which a single error in the minting process can exponentially increase a coin's value, transforming it from an ordinary piece of currency into a multi-million-dollar artifact sought by collectors and investors worldwide. The market value of $14 million reflects the convergence of scarcity, condition, provenance, and collector demand, as verified specimens displaying the most dramatic errors are exceedingly rare and often the focus of competitive bidding at auctions, demonstrating that in numismatics, a coin's monetary worth is far less important than its uniqueness, historical context, and the narrative that surrounds it, with the 2021 penny standing as a prime example of how modern coins can achieve legendary status when the right combination of error, rarity, and quality occurs. Certification and professional grading are critical in confirming the authenticity, rarity, and condition of these high-value coins, as experts meticulously examine each anomaly, document it, assess the coin's condition, and provide authoritative verification that assures collectors and investors of the coin's legitimacy, a process that is especially crucial for coins commanding millions of dollars, since even minor uncertainty could significantly affect value, trust, or provenance, and professional grading thus solidifies the 2021 penny's status as a legitimate, highly valuable, and historically significant collectible. Beyond technical and monetary considerations, the human element of discovery greatly enhances the coin's allure, as many rare 2021 pennies were initially found in circulation, within unsearched rolls, or among personal collections, often by individuals unaware of the immense value of the coin they held, adding a narrative of serendipity, luck, and discovery that resonates with collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike, transforming the coin from a simple piece of metal into a symbol of chance, curiosity, and the excitement inherent in the hunt for rare numismatic treasures. The coin also illustrates the intricacies of modern minting, revealing that even with precise, automated processes, mechanical issues, human oversight, die wear, and subtle planchet imperfections can combine to produce extraordinary anomalies, and each rare coin provides an opportunity to study these processes in detail, contributing both to historical scholarship and contemporary understanding of minting operations, offering insight into how such rare errors can occur and why certain coins survive while others do not, adding an educational dimension to their appeal. Aesthetic appeal is another key factor in the coin's desirability, as errors such as doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and repunched mint marks create visually distinctive features that draw the eye and invite close examination.